In a world where your greatness shines brighter than the doubts of others, there will always be voices that try to dim your light. Have you ever wondered why the strongest resistance often comes from those who barely know your full story? It is because they fear what you are becoming. Not what you are right now, but the unstoppable force you are destined to be. Stay until the end of this video, and you will not only understand this deeper truth, but also learn how to turn their doubt into the fuel that propels you forward. The mockery you face today has nothing to do with your current struggles. It has everything to do with the brightness of your future. They do not mock you because they think you will fail, they mock you because, deep down, they know you will succeed. They see your determination, your resilience, and your unshakable will, and that terrifies them. Your courage in the face of challenges becomes a mirror that reflects their own fears and insecurities. In you, they see what they wish they could be but do not dare to pursue. When they laugh at your ambitions, it is not because they are funny. They laugh because your relentless drive pushes them out of their comfort zone. Your dreams expose their stagnation. Your vision reveals the limits of their own. And here is the truth: they will criticize you, belittle you, and even try to discourage you. But every word they speak against you is a sign that you are on the right path. Their doubt is proof that you are aiming higher than most dare. When they mock your solitude or your patience in waiting for the right partner, it is not about you, it is about them. Your refusal to settle for less shakes their foundations, because it exposes their own compromises. Your strength in standing alone reveals their fear of being alone. You have chosen a path built on authenticity and purpose, and that terrifies those who have built their lives on superficial choices. Even your faith becomes a target. Why? Because your connection to something greater than yourself sets you apart. They see the peace you carry, the purpose that drives you, and the resilience that strengthens you, and it unsettles them. Your faith highlights their lack of direction, their uncertainty, and their struggle to find meaning. But here is the truth: their discomfort is their problem, not yours. What feels like a setback is often God's way of redirecting you to something far greater than you can imagine. Rejection is never easy, but it serves a purpose beyond what you can see in the moment. It clears the path and removes obstacles that would have kept you from reaching your full potential. It is not the end of the road, it is a sign that a better path awaits you. Think of the story of Ruth, who endured great loss and harsh trials before finding unimaginable favor. Her story reminds us that rejection and loss are often precursors to blessings that surpass our hopes. Similarly, Joseph's rejection by his brothers seemed like an unbearable tragedy, yet it became the beginning of a journey that led him to rule over a nation. Their lives show us how rejection shapes us and prepares us for greater opportunities. The delays and detours you experience are not signs of failure, they are forms of preparation. When the breakthrough comes, it will arrive with a speed and magnitude that will surprise you. What feels slow now is God's way of aligning everything perfectly. Trust the process and remember, rejection is not punishment, but preparation for your greatest moments. Silence is not weakness. It is strategy. In moments of conflict or criticism, silence can be a profound act of strength. It shows maturity and self-control, allowing you to rise above the noise and distractions. Silence speaks volumes, proving that you do not need to fight every battle to prove your worth. Your silence becomes your shield. When others criticize you, your silence disarms those who expect a reaction, leaving them confused and powerless. By not responding, you retain control over the narrative and preserve your inner peace. Silence is not a sign of surrender, but the choice of wisdom over impulsiveness. In this calm, you conserve your energy for what truly matters. Growth happens in silence. Silence gives you space to reflect, prepare, and realign yourself with your goals. When the time comes to step forward, you do so with clarity and confidence. You act not out of anger or chaos, but with focus and precision. Your silence becomes your strength, a strategy that empowers you to act when it truly counts. Your struggles are part of a greater plan. The challenges you face today are not random. They are part of a design to shape you into someone extraordinary. Pain has the power to open you, confront your deepest fears, and reveal hidden strengths. It refines you, cutting away parts of you that no longer serve your purpose. Challenges build resilience. Every pain, no matter how deep, strengthens your ability to endure. Pain becomes the fire that shapes your character, making you stronger and better prepared for life. Every tear you shed, every sleepless night you endure, is not wasted, it is guiding you step by step toward something greater than you can imagine. Through faith, pain becomes strength. What once seemed insurmountable becomes the foundation of your power. With every trial, you are better equipped to fulfill your purpose. What the world sees as brokenness, God sees as preparation for greatness. Trust that the pain you experience now is shaping you into the person you are meant to be. Fitting in is not your destiny. It may be comfortable to conform, but you were made to stand out. Your uniqueness is not a weakness, it is your superpower. When you embrace your individuality, you discover a strength that cannot be shaken by the opinions or expectations of others. Your light is a weapon against darkness. Every time you choose persistence over giving up, you shine brighter. Every small step you take, every act of faith you perform, sets you apart. It is not about doing great things, but about showing up each day with consistency and determination. That is what makes you extraordinary. Your light inspires others. When people see your resilience, they are encouraged to face their own challenges. Your persistence exposes the lies that thrive in darkness, doubt, fear, and insecurity, and gives others permission to discover their own light. You were never meant to fit in, you were born to be a role model and inspire others. Your story has the power to touch others. The trials you have endured, the victories you have achieved, and the lessons you have learned are not just for you. They are part of a greater plan to influence others. Your experiences, both triumphs and tragedies, become a beacon for those still struggling. They remind others that brokenness is not the end, but the beginning of transformation. Share your story. By telling it, you show that redemption and growth are possible. You remind others that no situation is hopeless, and that even shattered lives can be rebuilt. When you share your story, you give others the courage to keep going, knowing they are not alone. Your story is the light that leads others out of their darkness. Nothing can stop divine purpose. When you fully step into your calling, remember this: no resistance can stop divine destiny. The road may be hard, the obstacles overwhelming, but you are equipped with everything you need to succeed. Your journey is not just about fulfilling your dreams, it is also about inspiring others to believe in their own. Speak boldly. Live fearlessly. Let your light shine. In conclusion, if you have ever faced mockery, doubt, or rejection, know this: you are not alone. These are signs that you are on the verge of achieving something extraordinary. Embrace your journey. Keep moving forward. The best is yet to come. Hold on. Chosen ones, welcome back to a place where truth reigns and your empowerment is the ultimate goal. Today, we're unraveling a concept that has probably touched your life at some point: gaslighting. But we're not just scratching the surface. We're diving deep into the truth about gaslighting, what it really means, why it happens, and most importantly, how it reveals your strength. Let me begin with this perspective from Gloria Steinem: the truth will set you free, but first it will make you angry. This quote couldn't be more fitting, because when the truth about gaslighting comes to light, it shows more than just manipulation, it exposes fear, insecurity, and desperation in those trying to control you. The purpose of this message is simple yet profound: to uncover the deeper implications of gaslighting, why it happens to those who are rising, and how you can turn the experience into further confirmation of your unstoppable ascent. Gaslighting is not a sign of strength. It is a sign of desperation. When someone gaslights you, it's because they sense their control slipping. They feel your clarity, your growth, your light, and it terrifies them. Manipulators thrive on confusion, and when your clarity begins to expose their lies, they panic. They know that once you see the truth, you cannot unsee it. That's when their desperation kicks in, and gaslighting becomes their last attempt to regain control. But here's the crucial point: their tactics only work if you doubt yourself. The moment you stop doubting, their manipulation begins to collapse. Your energy, pure, authentic, and unshakable, triggers something in their shadows. Your growth, your authenticity forces them to face parts of themselves they would rather avoid. Instead of confronting their own insecurities, they project them onto you. They try to make you question your reality because they cannot bear to question theirs. Yet the universe sees everything. Every action, every intention, every manipulation, all is recorded in a cosmic register beyond human comprehension. Nothing escapes its watchful gaze, and every movement, seen or unseen, contributes to the greater balance of energies. This impartial system takes no sides, it simply ensures that the scales are balanced with precision and fairness. Manipulators, in their relentless quest for control, unknowingly sow the seeds of their own suffering. Every lie, every act of deceit, every attempt to distort reality loads them with a heavier burden. These actions, though they may seem advantageous in the short term, are charged with energies that demand balance. And karma, methodical and unerring, ensures they bear the consequences of their choices. The nature of manipulation carries an inescapable price. Those who manipulate others are trapped in a cycle of their own making, where their lies increasingly entangle and suffocate them. Each deception, each betrayal adds weight to their karmic debt, creating a reality that becomes more fragile and unstable with time. The universe does not operate on human timelines, but it is relentless in ensuring justice. Manipulators may believe they are invincible, yet their actions set off a chain reaction leading to their inevitable downfall. What they perceive as control is only a temporary illusion. The energies they project return to them amplified, ensuring they face the full force of their decisions. The justice of karma is not swift, but it is thorough. Manipulators often find themselves ensnared in the very traps they set for others. Their lies become unbearable, and their efforts to maintain false narratives lead to paranoia, fear, and ultimately self-destruction. When the facade they built begins to crumble, their world collapses, not because you wished it, but because it is the natural outcome of their actions. Lies are fragile by nature, they cannot withstand the relentless light of truth. And the brighter that light shines, the more their carefully constructed reality falls apart, forcing them to face the ruins of their choices. The universe does not act out of malice, it simply reflects back to them what they projected into the world. This brings us to an undeniable truth: manipulators inevitably face their downfall. The weight of their lies becomes an unbearable burden. The effort to sustain a web of deception demands constant energy and vigilance, leaving them drained and paranoid. Eventually, the lies catch up to them, and the facade they built begins to unravel. Their world collapses not because of outside forces, but because the foundation was flawed from the start. Manipulation is a house of cards, and the smallest breath of truth is enough to bring it crashing down. This is not punishment, it is the natural consequence of their actions, a manifestation of the universal law of cause and effect. The beauty of truth lies in its permanence. While lies may hold power for a time, they are inherently unstable and cannot withstand the test of light and time. Manipulators are trapped by their own actions, forced to face the consequences as their reality falls apart. They may try to shift blame or intensify their tactics, but the cracks in their facade cannot be hidden. The collapse is inevitable, and when their deception is revealed, they must face the full weight of their moral failure. It is not your job to bring this judgment, the universe takes care of that. Your role is simply to stand firm in your truth, knowing that justice always finds its time. The downfall of manipulators serves as a powerful reminder of the universality of truth. Lies are temporary, but truth endures. When manipulators witness the collapse of their carefully constructed reality, it is not just personal failure, it is testimony to the unshakable power of authenticity. Their paranoia and fear are symptoms of the unsustainable nature of deception. As their lies dissolve, they are left exposed, forced to face the emptiness of their actions. This process is not immediate, but it is certain. Karma ensures that no action, however small, escapes its reach, delivering consequences that are both fair and inevitable. Gaslighting, as painful as it may be, is often a reaction to your growth. As you evolve and step into your power, it highlights the limitations and insecurities of those around you. Your rising energy and undeniable ascent create a shift in the dynamics of your relationships. Manipulators lash out because they feel threatened by this shift. Their manipulations are not truly about you, they are mirrors of their own fears and inadequacies. They cannot bear the light you radiate because it exposes the stagnation in their own lives. Their attempts to control and weaken you are desperate efforts to maintain the status quo. It is important to understand that gaslighting has less to do with your weakness and more to do with their insecurity. As you grow, a mirror is held up that forces others to confront their limitations. Manipulators resist this process because it threatens the illusions they've constructed. They project their fears and inadequacies onto you in hopes of undermining your confidence and halting your progress. But your growth is unstoppable. Every attempt they make to manipulate you only highlights their own weaknesses. You are not responsible for their discomfort, your only responsibility is to keep shining and evolving. Gaslighting, painful as it is, can be a catalyst for deep self-awareness. It forces you to confront your own truth and recognize the strength within you. Manipulators may attempt to distort your reality, but they cannot diminish your essence. Your growth is proof of your resilience, and their attempts to undermine you only underscore your power. While their actions may cause temporary pain, they ultimately have no lasting impact on your journey. The universe sees your strength and rewards your authenticity by ensuring their efforts to control you eventually fail. And here is the beauty of karma, it ensures that their lies collapse under their own weight. Over time, their credibility erodes, and others begin to see the truth. What once seemed like clever deception becomes obvious, as the universe works to reveal their falsehoods. This is not about revenge, it is a natural correction of imbalance. Their tactics, which once seemed effective, lose all power when exposed to the light of truth. Karma ensures that no lie goes unchecked, and manipulators must face the consequences in ways they never expected. The unraveling of a manipulator's lies is often accompanied by spiritual warnings, vivid dreams, strange coincidences, and an overwhelming sense of unease. These signs serve as omens, pointing to the karmic consequences they are about to face. While they may dismiss these warnings at first, the growing discomfort becomes impossible to ignore. The universe offers opportunities for reflection and change, but manipulators rarely take them. Instead, they continue their path of deceit, further entangling themselves in their karmic debt. As their lies dissolve and their credibility collapses, manipulators are forced to face the reality they've long avoided. Their falsehoods become public, leading to exposure they cannot control. The humiliation they experience is not just social, but spiritual, a reckoning that reminds them of the power of truth. Painful as it may be for them, this process is a necessary correction of the imbalance they created. In its wisdom, the universe ensures that justice prevails and leaves no doubt that actions carry consequences. But this is not about them, it is about you. Gaslighting is a test, and chosen ones, you have already passed it. Your resilience and integrity have exposed their manipulations for what they truly are, weak and unsustainable attempts to control you. The universe rewards those who remain authentic, who choose truth over illusion. Your strength lies in your ability to stay grounded in your reality, even in the face of distortion. Their efforts to undermine you have only revealed their moral failings, while you have emerged stronger and more confident. The most empowering part of this journey is realizing that their lies will eventually be revealed publicly. Manipulators may deceive people for a while, but the truth always has a way of surfacing. The exposure of their deceit is not your responsibility, it is the natural consequence of their actions. When their manipulations come to light, they face public humiliation, a karmic outcome they cannot escape. This is not about revenge, but about balance, a reminder that the universe ensures justice in its own time. Ultimately, your journey is not defined by their actions, but by your response to them. Gaslighting may have tested your resolve, but it has also strengthened your character. You have proven that truth and authenticity are more powerful than any manipulation. The universe recognizes your courage and resilience, and its rewards will reflect that. As manipulators face the consequences of their actions, you move forward freer, stronger, and unshaken in your truth. That is your victory, and it is well deserved. When you detach from their games, you strip them of their power. Without your energy, their illusions collapse. Your peace, your detachment, accelerates their karmic unraveling. And as your energy continues to rise, they find they cannot touch you anymore. They cannot reach your ascent, and that only magnifies their fear. You become untouchable, unstoppable, undeniable. Karma is relentless, but it is fair. It does not rush, but it never misses. Manipulators often face consequences when they least expect it. Their downfall is precise, inevitable, and transformative. And while they remain trapped in their own web, you rise higher, freer, and stronger than ever before. Remember, chosen ones, you have already won. By staying true to yourself, by refusing to compromise your integrity, you have proven your strength. Their karma is not yours to carry, it is of their own making. The universe stands with you, balancing energies and rewarding authenticity. Now I want you to take this power and embrace it. If this message resonates with you, if you feel the truth in these words, write 777 in the comments. This number is a symbol of divine alignment, spiritual growth, and being exactly where you are meant to be. Stay authentic. Keep evolving. The universe is behind you, and your ascent is unstoppable. Thank you for being here, chosen ones. Until next time, keep shining, keep rising, and always remember, truth always wins. Stay blessed.